I never, and I guess still don't have any real aspirations to be this artist that has something grand to say. I'm trying to convey stories more than work. I'm learning about myself that I love creating. I love learning through my hands, especially. It started off as a landscape designer when I was designing and building gardens for clients. And then was fortunate enough, some clients wanted to incorporate sculpture. And one customer moved a piece that I made her into the house. I thought that was interesting. Eventually, I stopped landscaping because I was sort of tired of water running down my back and not being able to depend on my work environment. So I moved it inside and started creating design pieces and sculpture. Sometimes I find myself working on something, and it's just sort of a feeling I'm getting. And I'm trying to tap into what it is that I like. Being on the West Coast here, on the edge of the water, at the bottom of a mountain, there's a certain magic here that's hard to articulate. And I thought using indigenous wood, carving beautiful silhouettes and forms, would be a way for me to share my experience of living here. It's stories about this place, about the West Coast, pieces that were meant to be touched. I did a piece called The Alder Cube, took it to a show in New York, and people were lined up 30 people deep just to see this. I just couldn't believe it. And then after that, I had to figure out how to make it properly, and then find out how to price it, where to sell it, all of that. That sort of grew as my business, my design business, and that put me on the map internationally even. Projects that we're working on right now, which I think is very exciting, is the Becoming stacked piece. It's a story about melting ice and how it changes from a very rigid form, something that gravity, directly like an icicle, so it's very cylindrical. And as it melts, it sort of finds its own way and it changes the shape of it and the form of it. Because often you have an idea about something and then even that changes. But if you manage to kind of keep working on it over time and you get it to a point where you go, wow, that is really more amazing than I thought it could have been. I find that really invigorating. I'm also creating these carved, sculpted forms. It's my, I guess, version of chainsaw art, but I'm not doing bears and creatures like that. I'm trying to create pieces that capture the emotive quality of people. It's more about the texture and the knots and the gnarly bits that are sort of interesting, and the nuances in the material itself. I do recognize to receive an award such as this it's a wonderful honor and an acknowledgement. I do feel awards are like a gift. It's a way to show that it's possible. One's ability to create a career doing something that you love doing it's just a wonderful thing. And hopefully it's a great way to encourage other people to follow their dreams.